Is this connection you share love, lust, or limerence? Or it may be a combination of one or two or all three. So this reading is going to help to unpick what's really going on here. So hopefully this will help to bring you more clarity about what this connection really is. Are the feelings reciprocal? Are you both feeling the same? Okay, so we're going to look at both of your energies today and see if this relationship or this connection is love, lust, or limerence. So all I need you to do is choose one of these three piles. We have group 1, 2, and 3. So feel free to take a few moments here to relax. Pause the video here for a few moments if you like. And you want to come into this nice and relaxed state. So you can clear your mind and then you can really use your intuition and your gut instinct to lead you to the pile for you. And once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find the corresponding timestamps to your chosen pile. I am open to personal readings as well at this time, so my link to my website is in the description box below also. Okay, so let's get straight into your reading. Click the timestamp and I'll see you there. Okay, group number 1. Let's take a look to see if this relationship is love, lust, or limerence. So you were drawn to this card or this pile and the opalite crystal. So let's see what your first card says. Twin flames, your passion ignites. Okay. So this could definitely be a lust connection. But again, I'm not going to say anything yet because we're going to look at all the rest of the messages that come through to see, which feeling is the most prominent here. This could also show that you two are mirroring each other, that you both actually feel the same way as each other, okay, which could be nice to know. But before we go any further, let's take a look at the rest of your oracle messages and then we'll look at the tarot messages as well. So we'll start with the Starseed deck. Wait, it's not yet time, things are being woven. Star family, you're part of a team of souls, call in support. Girl talk, spend time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment and having fun. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. Okay, group 1. Okay, so I do feel again that lust is coming through in a big way here, but it's not to say there isn't love. But it's not the strongest feeling coming through here, okay? Again, it's not to say I'm not you or your person, and I can't say for sure what your feelings are. This is a general reading. But this is definitely giving me lusty energy and maybe even a little bit of limerence, okay? And limerence means that we can get into this state of, it's like a state of elation or like puppy love, but it could become all-consuming and intense, and then there can be obsessive thoughts about the person or obsessing about the future and clinging on to them, okay? It can be a bit of a fantasy or a delusion, okay? So, that's why I wanted to really do this reading, because I know that some people out there are suffering with limerence, and this could be a result of past trauma, or could be feeling that something is love when in actual fact it's more lust, okay? So I just really want to help to clear things up for you, and I am going to be, very honest with what comes through, because I don't see the point of sugarcoating, as I don't feel like it's going to serve you. And if you weren't ready to really hear the truth, then I don't feel like you'd be watching this reading, okay? So that's my initial feeling. I'm not seeing the love there, but like I said, it doesn't mean it isn't there, or that it may not be there in the future. But at the stage you're in right now, it definitely feels like it feels up and down to me. And it feels like you're waiting for them as well, okay? Or waiting for something to start, waiting for something to move forwards. Now, there could be this sabotaging energy coming through here. So maybe that you feel you've sabotaged the connection, or you are sabotaging it. Some of you may feel like they're the ones that are sabotaging it, and maybe you've just got to wait it out, okay? Wait until things improve here in some way. And it may be that you feel like you are twin flames, and so you feel like, okay, I need to wait for them because they're my twin flame, okay? No matter what's going on, no matter what distance is between us or how they're treating me, I need to remain here. And, you know, being very honest with you, group one, it's not the healthiest mindset to be in. If somebody's not treating you the way you know consciously you deserve to be treated, and you still remain there, there is some kind of unhealthy attachment there. So I just feel like that's something that needs to be brought to your attention, okay? So because over here we have this call in it says call in support, okay? Star family. So it may be that your family is trying to give you advice on this, or, you know, your star family. It could be, you know, close friends or a friendship circle that you've built. But this could also be your star family, like here on YouTube, or, you know, in the spiritual community. Okay, whoever you feel like you go to for advice here, okay, you're definitely being guided to take some advice. And yeah, because over here, girl talk, spent time with friends, moving on, happily single. Yeah, that feels very much like you're being guided to be more so in this energy, okay, with this connection. It doesn't mean to detach from the connection. Again, this is your own personal journey. With this person and your own choices, of course. But there's definitely this feeling of, you know, needing to remain independent. And maybe this is where you already are, group one. You might be in this place where you are moving on and you're not letting the connection bog you down anymore. There does feel like there's a bit of escapism here, which again can lead into that limerent state. Again, because limerence is not reality, it's detaching from reality and painting something to be the way that you wish it would be. And it's not to say the feelings you don't have are real, okay? Because the feelings you feel are real, but it's about whether they're worth feeling or continuing to obsess over. Again, if this is resonating with you, if you feel like you've been a little obsessed or detached or fantasizing quite a lot, you know, if that energy is not resonating with you, then you may need to choose a different pile, okay? Or there may not be a message in this for you. So yeah, if this is resonating with you up to this point, yeah, you're being guided to kind of try and ground yourself a little bit and to try and see things as they are logically rather than spiritually, because now this is my own personal belief. So again, it depends what your own beliefs are, but I believe that we can have a connection with someone in the 5D in a spiritual way. For instance, even if we are experiencing this limerent feeling, you know, we're, you know, up in the clouds, we're feeling amazing about it, but in the reality, it's not showing it. So I do feel sometimes, not always, but sometimes we are picking up on what they feel. We are picking up on how strong the connection is. But we should always go with how things are in the 3D. You know, what are we being shown by this person? You know, how are they treating us? Because we can look at, you know, how they feel and what they want till the cows come home. But if they're not actually doing anything about it or showing you any real action, then, you know, you could stay in that fantasy or limerent place forever. And, you know, it causes a lot of suffering for you. Whew, yeah, like my heart really goes out to you, group one, because I do see a lot of suffering here. And I don't know whether this is just recently that you've been suffering or if this is in past relationships, or again, like I said, your childhood. There could be some trauma there, possibly PTSD. You know, this energy of like self-sabotage, but I don't feel like you're not intending to do it. It's not like I want to ruin something. Obviously, I don't think any human really thinks that. But the things that we do that are coming from a state of lack can then cause us to push others away. But sometimes this is divine protection. I always say rejection is protection. And it is. It is. But as long as you can also see your part in it and see, okay, are there things I could be doing here to make some changes in not only the people that I attract, because you can't really help who you attract, but you can help who, well, okay, I was gonna say you can help who you're attracted to, but no, that's not the case either. When it's chemical, you know, it's when it's feelings, you know, they're what trip us up, okay? So no, we can't always help that, but we have to try to logically think about the actions that we take and what they're taking, the actions they're taking towards us, and try, like I said, to ground that in reality a little bit more. So, okay. Now I'm going to look at the tarot cards as well, and I'm going to, like I said, separate the two of your energies to see, you know, what's really going on here on your side and then on their side. So, okay, I'm going to put you here actually and them here. Okay, so let's see. For you over here, is this lust, limerence, or love? Okay. On your side, is this lust, limerence, or love? Okay, so we have Justice in reverse. Ace of Cups reversed. Three of Coins reversed. Okay, and on their side, is it lust, limerence, or love when it comes to the connection with you? Five of Cups. Five of Swords. Three of Swords. Wow, okay. Okay, group one. Let's start with them. Let's start with them. Okay, I just wanted to spread the cards out so you could see them all clearly here. Let's see, you can see them. Okay, so with them over here, are they lusting, limerent, or in love? Now we do have emotion here. Okay, we've got the cup energy, water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And then we have a lot of air. So there could be loving feelings on their side. But this does also suggest some limerence as well here, because there's a lot going on in the mind, and that again is where limerence states will be. It's in the mental sphere, okay? So, yeah, I mean, the Five of Cups is a very painful card. Like, they're going through a lot of pain and a lot of sadness here. Now, this could also be some stalking as well. So, yeah, that makes me think that this could border on obsessive, okay? Or like this person feels they need to win in something. I get the sense that this person has unhealthy attachments as well. So I do feel that you are both in the same energy, that you're both reciprocating here. Again, it doesn't mean it's healthy, but it definitely feels like you are both on very similar lines when it comes to one another and how you feel. Because, yeah, I just sense that this person is very hurt and they're trying to find happiness in another person. Okay, and it may be that they've been trying to find happiness with you. Because here with the Three of Swords reversed, I feel like there's been some kind of betrayal here. Now, I don't know if this is a third-party connection. Okay, for some of you it may be, you know, currently there might be another person involved on your side or theirs. But this may be more so in their past, that they've, like they could have been betrayed, they could have been cheated on. They could have also been the one that has done the cheating, okay? But it definitely feels like they want to get over that. They want to feel like they're over that. And it might be they also feel like you could be a rebound for them. And sorry to put that so bluntly, but again, it is what it is. And again, I just want to be honest with you. Like I said, it's not to say they don't like you, love you, have feelings for you, or a lust after you, but for them, I feel like this is a rebound thing. Like they're trying to heal what hurt them through being connected with you. But there seems to be this distance here with them. Like they are keeping an eye on you from afar. So this may be them like checking your social media or reading through old messages. Or again, this could be more so what's going on in their minds. Like there's a lot of confliction there. I think that they change their mind quite a lot, group one. But I also sense there's this energy of wanting to win at all costs. So they're definitely coming across as a little bit ruthless here, okay? So they may feel that this is love, Okay, they may feel that they have some loving feelings for you, but I don't feel like it's real love that they have right now. Like I said, things could change, things, or maybe they did love you, or if you know this is your partner you've been with for a long time, and maybe you've just split up, okay, and it's been very intense, then yeah, I would say that they do love you, because like I said, there's a lot of sadness here. But for those of you who haven't been long connected with this person, if this is just someone that's sort of been more casual, or it's in the much more early beginning stages, then I feel like this is about a past love they're still trying to grieve and heal from. Okay, so yeah, I'd say it's a maybe, but again, that's about your own situation, so you'll have to answer that. Okay, like I said, if you know, oh, we've just split up, we were together for 6 months, 2 years, whatever, then yeah, they do love you, but they're very hurt, or they're in a lot of pain here. But like I said, if this is more superficial, and again, I don't mean spiritually or in the 5D, but in 3D reality, if things haven't really gotten to any intense level, or where you've already declared love, or you've had something special but you've split up, if this is more casual, then no, I don't feel like it's real love again right now for them. But I definitely sense, I feel that there's definitely lust between the two of you. Okay, with twin flames, there's usually a lot of passion. Okay, there's usually a lot of fire. So lust is definitely a big part to play here. Okay, but limerence as well. Like I said in the beginning, this could be a mixture. Life isn't black and white. Relationships are not black and white, and they can transition from one state to another as well. Excuse me. It can start off as love, and then become limerent, and then become love. Okay, so again, it could be the stage of which you're at in your relationship or connection right now. But it feels like it's in the lusty limerent stage for them. Okay, I do feel for you as well, but we're going to get to you more in detail now. Okay, so let's do it. So on your side, we've got Justice in reverse. Okay, so the major arcana is the card of Libra. So you may resonate with Libra. But this is about a failed partnership, or something not feeling balanced here, or not feeling equal. So yeah, I do feel it's a very similar state. I'm not seeing genuine or deep feelings of love right now. Again, if this is more of the casual or situationship, and again, take what resonates. Again, truly if you really love somebody, but again, I'm trying to help unpick things if there is some limerence or fantasy or delusion here as well. I just want to lay it out nice and clearly, well, as clearly as I can for you. So yeah, it feels like because there's been some imbalance here, so maybe you were giving more to this connection than they were. You may have felt that they were giving more to you as well, okay, but something was off. But it feels more so that maybe you gave more to them. But there's something here about not collaborating, and like not working well together, like there's not been enough compromise or cooperation. Yeah, so it's like there's a sense of feeling dissatisfied here. Like almost like you saw or see a potential in this person for things to be really amazing, things to be, to turn into something that is balanced, that is fair, that is real love. But I feel like you've not been getting that from this person, because again, they're just not in a very good place right now. Okay, they may be very good at hiding that, but they've got a lot going on in their mind. There's a lot of balls flying up in the air here. And there may be other people interfering in this. Now, it doesn't have to be another romantic partner, but this could be friends or family. Okay, maybe that they have certain opinions about them, about your connection, a variety of things. But it definitely feels like there's influence there with this person. So if it's not other people, if they're not easily influenced by other people's, feelings or ideas, then it's like even in their own mind, it's like I see the devil and the angel on their shoulder, and one is just saying, do it, and the other one's saying don't. And they just keep flipping between the two. So this is creating this instability. And yeah, because we've got the 2 5s there, and 5s can represent instability when it comes to a relationship or with anything, okay? Because it shows liberation and change and freedom. So I feel like this person really craves their freedom. They crave change, and it may be that they actually crave instability. That might be what they were used to in their childhood, if things didn't feel certain, and they learned how to feel safe in the unstable, okay? So it may be that they seek out unstable relationships, or they may bring that unstable quality to a healthy connection, okay? So, you know, I just want you to know this isn't about you, okay, what they're going through right now. Like, this isn't your fault. Like I said, it's not that you haven't had any part to play in what's going on here between the two of you, but, you know, this is definitely something to do with how they were brought up, or, you know, if they had an amazing childhood, this could be about certain relationships that they've gotten into. But it's not as common for people in very, very healthy households to get into very unhealthy relationships. So not impossible, but it's not as common. So I do feel like this person has had some level of maybe neglect or abuse, or again, it could be, you know, a family that moves around all the time, you know, was never stuck in one place. Yeah, but that's the thing with them. I feel like they can never stick in one place or even stick to one connection. They might have a lot of mutable astrology signs in their chart, so Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Yeah, maybe their Venus there, or their Sun, Moon, Mercury. But anyway, let's get back to you. So yeah, it feels like there's been the imbalance, and again, this might be a split for some of you, like a complete split. And no matter what stage of the connection was at, it feels like there's a level of stagnation, or things coming to some kind of a hold here. But then with the Ace of Cups, this is about giving love back to yourself, okay? So this may be the stage in which you're at this moment, like not giving the love to them, or realizing that there is no cooperation here, or that there's, like, if they're not putting in the same effort as you, then there's nothing growing here. Okay, with the Three of Pentacles, it can be seen sometimes as a relationship card, or the beginnings of a relationship when it's in that upright position, because it's one person bringing themselves and all the good things they can bring to the relationship and the baggage, and then the other person bringing all their stuff, and then coming together, which then creates the relationship as almost a separate entity. Okay, and I really feel like this is what you wanted with them, or what you still want with this person. You want that cooperation, but you just don't feel like you're getting it. Okay, so this is where this could get into that place of escapism, of fantasy, of sabotage or self-sabotage. So you may start blaming yourself. Maybe you have been blaming yourself, thinking, if only I was different, or if only I don't know, I did this, or I didn't say that, or... So I feel like there's a little bit of self-blame going on here. For some of you, this might be blaming the other person as well. And really, that's what you should do, you know, both sides. Sometimes it's just a matter of being incompatible and just saying that to yourself. We're just not compatible. If we were meant to be, we would just be. Okay, but these twin flame type of connections usually are ones that will change us very, very deeply within. You know, they usually shake us to the core and, you know, tear us down so we can build, oh God, I was going to say build back better. Well, I just did say it, but that's really what I mean. But, you know, build, but I don't want to say that. You know what I mean, though. To rebuild and repair stronger and healthier. Okay. So it feels like, yeah, like you're just in this limbo phase, like you're waiting for something, you're waiting for them, because you feel like they are, you know, your mirror image, okay? You might have a lot in common. Maybe that's what draws you to this person. How can we not work when we think the same, we believe in the same things, or we have the same values, or we laugh at the same things, or even we look similar, or we have the same interests? So this might be your way as well of escaping and almost thinking, yeah, this is my person, okay? No matter what happens, this is my person. And this is where sometimes manifesting can get into that obsessive or tricky realm as well. So it might be that that's something you were doing, just only focusing on, you know, what you really want. And I'm not going to tell you that's not what you should do, but it's not always the healthiest thing to do. Of course, you can, you know, manifest what you desire, but sometimes it's looking at, is this thing worth manifesting? When it comes to certain people anyway, I believe, if this person is not giving me what I want now, do I even really want them? Because ultimately you're wanting them to come back as a different version of themselves. So you're ultimately wanting them to change either who they are or change their behavior. And I feel like if you were really meant to be with someone, you know, for the long haul, there won't be all of these needs to change the person. They will be that person. Or if there are changes that need to be made, they will make them. Okay, so if this person is not giving you anything, then, you know, this could form into an unhealthy attachment, or it could, you know, start as lust and then turn into limerence, but it may have the same feeling as love. That may be how you feel, like it is love. Because again, how can it be so amazing? How can we be so similar? And how can I feel these things and them not feel the same? Okay, so bear with me one sec. I'm just going to grab my bowl of tricks. Just to get hopefully some final clarity about this. So we'll start with them first. Is this love, lust, or, oh my God, limerence? Sorry, that was way too many. Hold on. For them, is it love, lust, or limerence? So what do we have first? Success. I mean, these may be really, really random, or they may be right on. Use your intuition. So, because I keep adding new words to this every day. 8th house, carer, lawyer. I don't know what to say. Okay, let's go to you. Is this love, lust, or limerence? Creative. Needy. Stalking. Writer. Oh, toxic. Okay. Unconventional. Okay. So yeah, again, I do feel there is an element of mirroring here with the two of you. I actually feel like you're both a bit obsessed with each other. I do feel you may be more so obsessed or in need of this person. We'll come to you in just a sec though, because I really do want to focus on you more. And that's why I want to finish on you. But yeah, so, I mean, the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, and Scorpio is a sign that is very deep, investigative, sometimes very obsessive, okay? Maybe even a bit paranoid at times. They make, you know, great detectives and investigators. You know, they love to work out things, you know, that are secret, or, you know, they're very good at keeping secrets, or people are usually very open with letting them know things as well. We'll be very open with Scorpio placements because they sense the depth there and there's a trust, because they're also very loyal. Okay, so I don't know if your person resonates with the sign of Scorpio at all, but I feel like there is that energy though, where they feel very deeply, and like I said, they may be a bit obsessed at times, okay? Because like I said before, with all that, the sword energy, there's a lot of mental energy going on here. But interesting. So lawyer, I don't know if they're actually going through something legal right now. So whether this is signing new legal documents, a divorce, a selling of a house or property, or some, you know, any other object in which they would need a lawyer or a contract. Yeah, I don't know what else that could mean there for your person. So this might be something you're aware of, but it may not be. But I feel like it's highlighting that there are other things at play here, maybe other things that are on their mind as well right now. So it may be that there's a little bit more detachment from your person at this time, if they've got all of this other stuff going on here. Okay, and then carer. So yeah, I don't know if they're caring for an elderly relative, or if this is the work they do. Again, they could be a lawyer or work in the caring profession. Okay, because that could be coming out very literal. But there almost is this avoidance here with them. And that's what I'm sensing overall. There's like, maybe they have an avoidant attachment style. But it's not to say that they don't care about you or they're not interested in you, because I do feel like they are. But I sense that there's so much going on with your person right now that they are able to be a little bit more distracted from this connection than maybe you are in this moment. It might be that they're really focused on their own success. Okay, so this could be success about their work, but it could be successful in anything. They may just feel like they're driving to be successful at something. Now, this could be about the relationship, or maybe getting over something again, getting over this connection with you or with someone else from the past. But it's like that's where their focus is. They don't want to feel bogged down. And they do want to feel like, yeah, oh, that makes sense as well. Like they've come out on top. Remember that competitive energy that was coming through here. So sometimes this may be, I mean, if you are still in connection, or if things are to move forwards between the two of you, it may be that they do get quite competitive when it comes to you. So maybe they like to fight for your attention, or they like to feel like they've won, like they've earned it, like they've earned your attention, or they've earned a place in your life, okay? Use your intuition, and I don't know what to say. Yeah, and the 8th house is also a place of things that are hidden. So it may be that they are hidden from you right now, or like I said, whether they're keeping their feelings or their thoughts secret. But I feel like this might be because they don't know what to say. Something, whatever's happened between the two of you, they are confused. They're confused. Like if they want to come back in, they genuinely don't know what to say. They don't know how to fix this. And this may be the issue as well. If they don't see a solution, they may just back out entirely, okay? Especially if this is a very driven, ambitious, or competitive person. It may be that they feel like, I'm not even going to try if I don't think I've got a chance at succeeding. So if things came to a very abrupt end between the two of you, or if you said don't come back, or if you made it very clear that you don't want them back, even if you do, then that may be the case as well, that they may be, you know, in their ego a little bit and going, you know what, if, you know, group 2 doesn't, if group 1 has told me to go, then that's fine, because I don't know what to say. I'm not going to come back groveling. That's the impression that I'm getting from this person. Like then, you know, they could be quite proud, okay, maybe quite stubborn as well. But yeah, I think it could just be genuine on their part as well. Like they genuinely don't know what to say to you. So they're keeping their distance until they do know what to say. If they do know what to say at some point. And use your intuition. So yeah, they could be an intuitive sign. Any of the water signs, the most intuitive. But yeah, it's like they're thinking about this. Like they do feel that intuitive connection with you. Yeah, but I also feel like their intuition is trying to guide them. It's trying to guide them to a place of success here. But in terms of limerence, love, and lust, yeah, I would say the same. It still feels lusty because Scorpio, the 8th house also rules sex. Okay, so definitely there's the energy of physical attraction there. And again, there is some slight presence of limerence at times, but I feel more so this is in that lusty phase for them right now. But it's a cold, lusty phase, it feels like. Okay, so moving on to you over here. Sorry, I just see one of my hairs is on here, and that's really annoying. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Unconventional makes me think of Aquarius. I don't know if you have some Aquarius placements, or maybe Aquarius in like your 7th house of relationships, or even the 5th house maybe. But yeah, the fact that we've got, I don't know, toxic, stalking, and needy all together. Yeah, this feels like it's very unhealthy, group 1. very unhealthy. So yeah, you may have this anxious attachment style. You know, you might be drawn to them when they go cold or when they're in this avoidant phase, or if they ghost you, it may make you more attracted to them. So for some of you, you might have been writing to them as well. Or maybe this is what you're waiting for. You're waiting for written communication from them. So you could have been kind of left hanging out to dry. Maybe you didn't receive the communication that you wanted or the closure you feel you needed. But the fact that we have creative there as well, it feels like, yeah, there may be this level of fantasy or creating a reality that isn't there. And like I said, it's not to say positive thinking isn't going to help, because it will. But if it borders into obsessive thinking, then that is where things can become toxic. Okay, and this is toxic for you. Okay, this is like drinking poison. There was a really great saying I heard the other day about that. It was different to that, and it wasn't the most commonly known one. What was it? Oh, I can't remember. If it comes to me, it comes to me. But you know that. But that's the kind of vision that I'm getting. Is that you keep sipping from this very unhealthy cup. And it's like you keep going back for more. But maybe this is because there's silence. You're not getting anything from them. So you're needing something. And maybe this is about stalking them, stalking their page, their social media. I mean, it could be real life stalking as well. For some of you maybe. But that seems to be less frequent in this day and age, I guess, because of the existence of social media now. But, stalking could also be tarot readings. Anything in moderation is fine. But if you're watching videos all the time about what they're doing, how they feel, that can border on stalking as well, okay? And it's not hurting them, it's hurting you. Ultimately, it's causing you pain. And it isn't being in the vibration of attraction. This is being in the vibration of like desperation and lack. So this would push them away anyway, if they were already, whether they were, in this or not. This energy right here is going to push them further away. And it's not going to keep the door open for you to attract somebody else that is healthy and that is going to give you what you want and what you desire. But yeah, with unconventional as well, I don't know. Yeah, so it might be that you're doing something unconventional. And that could be, again, like watching tarot readings or doing tarot yourself or something. What else would be conventional or unconventional? Doing something creative. Yeah, doing something creative. But it definitely feels like you're in a bit of another world sometimes. Like there is this detachment here. And my heart really goes out to you because I feel the suffering here. And I feel like it's just this need to have the validation, to have the love, or to have the reassurance from this person. Okay, but it's like the more that they don't give you, the more you want them. So yeah, this definitely feels like limerence to me. Okay, like I said, lust and limerence, but it doesn't feel like true love. Okay, like I said, it's up to you how you take this and what you think. But if this has all been making sense to you up until this point, I hope that this makes sense now, and I hope it resonates with you. And I would definitely try to detach as best as you can and think of ways that you can heal from this, okay? Because there could have been some abandonment here in your life. I just sense this real loneliness here with you. So this may be how you felt as a child. You felt very lonely, or you were abandoned or neglected, or maybe throughout your romantic relationships or friendships, you feel like you've been, hung out to dry or left on this shelf. It's a really sad energy. So just remember that there's a reason why you are this way, okay? It's like you've been conditioned to feel this way, and this is stemming from fear of being abandoned again, okay? So have compassion for yourself, group one, and know that you're using the tools at your disposal. You're doing what you learned, you're behaving and feeling you know, how you learned to behave and feel throughout your relationships in your life. But it doesn't mean that you can't change. So there's definitely an ability to change, but there has to come awareness first, and you have to come out of this state of detachment from reality. Okay, and whatever feels toxic. So, and toxic is usually doing, well, something we know is unhealthy. But sometimes we're doing something we don't realize is unhealthy. And if it becomes obsessive, then then it is going to be unhealthy. It is detachment from reality. And so the best thing is to try to work on your obsessive thoughts. And obsessions are really hard to deal with and to cure, the same way as addictions are, because that may be how you feel as well, that there's a sense of addiction to this person. So, you know, maybe if you can get some outside help or support with that, you know, maybe through friends or family or through therapists, you know, potentially trauma-based therapists or someone that can really help you to understand, you know, why you feel the way that you feel, especially if this is a pattern, okay? If this is a pattern and you've experienced lots of relationships like this, then, you know, the common denominator in all of this is you. And it may be that, you know, you are picking the emotionally avoidant people, but it may be as well that the need to be loved can also push away, okay? If you don't have strong boundaries in place. So, but definitely try to ground yourself as much as you can. And if you catch yourself in those obsessive thoughts, try to, you know, bring it down to reality as best as you can. But, you know, it's a very, very in-depth topic, and I could go on all day about it. And I'm obviously not a qualified therapist or anything. But I just feel like I needed to go quite in depth with this one, group one. So I really do hope that it's brought you some more understanding about where you are, where they are, where the whole relationship is. And I hope that it helps. I really do. But thank you so much for watching. And I'm sending you lots of love and light. Please let me know down in the comments below if this does resonate with you. And give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you like. And feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you would like a personal reading with me, the link to my Shopify website is in the description box below. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, group number 2. Is this relationship or connection love, lust, or limerence? Okay, you were drawn to this card and the tiger's eye crystal. So let's take a look. I mean, this card looks pretty lusty, doesn't it? But we'll see. Okay, so passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. And before I go any further, I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but I thought I'd mention it again now, that your relationship could be in all 3 stages, or it could be a mixture of limerence, lust, and love. But sometimes relationships can also go in the stage. They can begin in the lust stage. They can move into limerence. Then it could end, or then it could move into love. So again, it could be that it's in different stages, or it could be that there's a combination of things going on here. But I just wanted to try and, you know, be as clear and transparent as possible. And I'm not going to sugarcoat things either, because I don't feel like that's going to serve you. Okay, especially if you are limerence, that will just feed into it. So we don't want to do that. So let's take a look at your next card. So we have big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. And then we have lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Okay, then we have mirror, mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. And then we have addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, and restraint. Okay. So I am picking up a very limerent energy here. And if you're not sure of the definition of limerence, I mean, obviously feel free to look it up. But limerence means being in a state of complete infatuation with someone, where you can't think about anything else but them. You know, you think about the future. You know, there could be very obsessive and intrusive thoughts that come into play. Sometimes obsession, addiction, and fantasy, okay? Where things aren't truly real, but it's coming from a place of trauma. Okay, now sometimes we can get into that limerence state in like the very beginning stages of a healthy relationship. You know, it's like that, you know, extreme honeymoon period. So it may just be that, you know, that's the stage, and then it can fluctuate. But sometimes, you know, if you always become limerent with people, or very, very quickly, you know, that can usually be a telltale sign. But again, I'm not here to diagnose anything or anyone. I'm just here to try and bring the honest messages that are coming through, okay? So, and the reason I say that I feel like it's limerent is because of the addiction, and then the mirroring here, because being limerent can be very addictive, okay? Or it can be addictive behaviors and patterns that lead into limerence, okay? So, but like I said, there could be passion here. I mean, lust, okay? And again, sometimes it starts from lust, so there could be a mixture of the two. And like I said, it's not to say there's no love here or that there won't be love here, but I mean, this is where I feel like it's at right now. But I'm going to look at the tarot cards in a moment, and I'm going to look at both of your energies to see, you know, are they limerent in love or lust, and are you, and see if you're on the same page there. But I'm already sensing that you probably are on the same page. Definitely picking up a lot of similarities already from group 1's reading. So if you were drawn to group 1 and 2, you may want to watch that one as well. But yeah, there's definitely similarities that I'm seeing already here. But yeah, so the fact that there's a lot of mirroring going on, so it makes me believe that you are both feeling the same, and maybe you both feel like there's a sense of addiction, okay, or codependency, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint, okay? Now there is the form, how many forms of limerence are there as well? There's obsessive limerence, there's codependent limerence, there's narcissistic limerence. I think that there's avoidant limerence. I can't recall the fourth one though. It may be, it may not be, but it could, I'm definitely picking up some narcissism here in this reading. So it may be, and again, I'm not obviously calling anybody a narcissist, but I can pick up on narcissistic traits here. And there's definitely a lot of that going on with all the mirroring, because, yeah, we have mirror there, and then we have big picture thinking, and that almost looks like a mirror to me there. Like thinking, yeah, and then lifting the veil, again, looking in the mirror. It feels like there's a lot of self-indulgence. Indulgement? That's not a word. Indulgence going on here. Yeah, and maybe some grandiose thinking as well, which can be a trait of narcissism. Or an overinflated ego. But it could be very much as well about the physical appearance. You know, what do we see when we look in the mirror? It's our physicality. So it may be that, yeah, that the physical attraction is very strong. But I don't know, I just get the sense of both of you not really seeing this for what it is, or both of you not really seeing this as clearly as you hope to, or maybe you believe you are. I don't know. Let's just get some more information here, though. Let me look at them first. Are they, your person... Oh, God, one sec. Are they limerent in love or in lust with you? Are they limerent in lust or in love with you? Okay, we've got the Queen of Coins. Ten of Swords. And the World in reverse. Okay, and then you. Are you in love, in lust, or in limerence with them? Two of Swords reversed. Are you in love, lust, or limerence with them? Four of Swords reversed. Justice card. Yeah, definitely similarities to group 1's here. Okay. So, even though I think there may be passion here, I feel like, I don't know, like I'm not seeing any fire here in these in the tarot cards, which would indicate lust to me. However, probably I feel like they maybe have more lust for you than you do for them. Yeah, because the pentacles can represent lust as well, I believe, because it's something physical. Okay, but what I'd really be looking for is that, you know, the wand energy, the fire, passion. But clearly there is passion, otherwise that wouldn't have come through. So I do think that there is some passion between you, but I do feel that there is more limerence here than anything else, to be very honest with you. Like I said, it may change, it may turn into love, it may not, but right now that's what it feels like. That's where it feels like it is. And I actually feel for your person that they are maybe more lusting and you are more limerent, okay? Not completely though. I want to get some more information in a moment, but let's just delve into this a little bit. Let's start with you first. Because the Two of Swords here is like making some kind of choice, making a decision. So it may be that you were confused about something and maybe you were clouded, maybe your judgment was clouded, maybe over their appearance, okay? Because of the Justice card, it's represented by Libra, and Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, relationships, you know, life's pleasures, but beauty as well. So it may be that you were kind of overtaken by their looks. Yeah. Definitely picking up something about that, or maybe that they would look good with you, or that you would make a good partnership, okay? You know, maybe that's genuine here because Justice is upright. So, but I'll come back to that in a second. I've already skipped on ahead, but the Two of Swords here. Yes, it was like there was something you were confused about, but no longer. Okay, now this may be that you cut them off as well. Sometimes this can be like an unblocking. Now this could be like an unblocking of communication. If you blocked them, this could be you unblocking them, or if you were ignoring them, this could be you reaching out to them. But if this isn't kind of external towards them in terms of communication, you know, this could be you removing a block here. So maybe this is something you're already aware of, that maybe this isn't what I thought it was, or maybe that your person was showing you a different version of themselves than what the truth really was. So maybe you felt duped by this person, or yeah, that they took you for a fool or something. But it's like you've seen them. It's like you've seen the truth by looking at the bigger picture. So it may be that at first you were very focused on those details, maybe very focused on their appearance, or focused on maybe your appearance as well. It may have triggered some inner insecurities about the way that you look as well. So yeah, it may be the way that they've treated you reflects then how you feel about yourself, or how you feel about the way that you look. There's definitely triggering energy coming through here, group 2. But yeah, it feels like you are coming to that realization though. Some kind of stress here. Okay, this person or this situation has definitely caused you a lot of stress and anxiety and worry, maybe even some sleepless nights, or some inability to continue your normal daily life or daily routine in some way. But over here with Justice, it's like you are now finding that balance, okay? And that's what you're after. You seem to be either you're in a healthy place or you're getting to a healthy place, group 2. And the fact that you're still here watching this reading as well just shows that you do have that openness to see the truth, to try to you know, change your way of thinking, or to release what isn't serving you. And that's definitely what I see you doing, okay? Again, either now or moving forwards into the future. And being in this place where you're like, I know I need something balanced and healthy. I know that there needs to be equal give and take, reciprocity, and fairness here. And you are after a long-term partnership, okay? You don't want some, I don't know, fancy-free, gone with the wind type of connection. You want that, you know, forever connection. And I feel like you're willing to put in the effort to get that. But it's like you've had to change your way of thinking. You've had to change the way that you view things, changing your perspective, either on the person themselves or even on yourself, because there has to be acknowledgement here about both of your parts to play in this, no matter what's going on here. And to say, okay, I may attract this person, or I may have attracted this type of person into my life, but Why am I attracted to them? Okay, what's stirring up within me? What are they triggering within me that makes me feel like I need to be with them? Or that I'm okay to move on. This may have been a big realization for you, that you know you're looking for something more and you're not willing to give it to someone that isn't going to give it back to you. Okay, so it really does feel like you've turned a corner, group 2. I really feel like, again, maybe you've noticed this was limerence, and maybe you didn't use that exact word, but maybe you feel like this was all in my head. And again, not to say that it is all in your head. Again, we can have relationships in the 5D and we can experience a spiritual connection with someone. And then in the 3D reality, we're not experiencing, anything of the sort. But we really want to go with what the 3D is telling us. We can spend time manifesting, but if it gets to an unhealthy place where you're obsessing about this person and being with them, it just causes more resistance and it doesn't help you in the long term anyway. And it's always better to go with how someone is treating you now. Okay, act as how they're treating you now, not how you wish they would treat you. If this is you have an unhealthy mindset at times when it comes to relationships, or you get attached very easily. But I'll get some more information on that. I'm going to pull some more cards in just a moment for you to see what else is coming through here. But yeah, that's more so what I'm getting. Like maybe this is almost like a coming down from limerence, or from this honeymoon period. Maybe you had this person up on a pedestal before, and now it's like, yeah, the veil has lifted, like you've seen the real them and you're maybe not too sure about this person anymore. You may still be very attracted to them, but they don't seem to be on the pedestal that they once were, because I see this even keel here. Maybe you leveled out the playing field, okay, depending on how they behaved with you. Maybe you cut them off, or, you reasserted your boundaries here. But anyway, let's go to them now. So are they limerent in love or in lust? Yeah, I definitely feel there's lust here, but there's some big things going on mentally for them. Okay, 10 of Swords, this can be a betrayal energy, but I tend to see it more as like depression, or very intense anxiety or fear or trauma or complete apathy. So yeah, your person isn't in a good place at all right now. And it doesn't feel like they're going to be able to give you anything truly stable at this point. Yeah, because we've got lifting the veil and questioning everything, and anything unaligned must go. I feel like this person is not very trusting, or maybe they don't trust themselves. Maybe they start out as very trusting, but then they quickly realize that they can't trust who they thought they could. Maybe they've been betrayed quite a lot in their life, but it feels like they're on this downward cycle right now. The wild card reversed, it feels like they're moving further and further away from this connection right now. So it may be that they are codependent, okay, either on another person. Now this could be on you as well. If you're still in communication with this person, it may be that, they rely very heavily on you for validation or support. They could be controlling or obsessive or even possessive, okay, over this connection. But that isn't love, okay? That's stemming from fear. Okay, when someone needs to control something, it comes from a place of anxiety and worry. And this is where I feel like your person is. They're worried, they're unsure, they're completely done in. So I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't on speaking terms right now, because I almost sense this person can't be on speaking terms with anybody too strongly right now. But it might be that they've come to some kind of realization as well with that lifting the veil, like they're, see how they're looking through the curtain, like something has changed here. But I also feel like there's a sense of they don't acknowledge what they do wrong. They don't acknowledge the pain that they have caused. Like even though they've experienced a lot of pain, they inflict a lot of pain and then they walk on. It's like they don't acknowledge it. It's like almost they get into this state of detachment from reality because they don't want to accept or take responsibility for the pain that they've caused. And it may be that they also get triggered and go back to certain addictions, because this could be an addiction to anything, to substances, alcohol, you know, it could be an addiction to you, okay? Or if there is a connection with a past person. And I say that because I keep saying that they're walking backwards almost. It almost looks like they're walking into the past. But it might be they're stuck, okay? They seem stuck in this loop, this cycle here that seems very, very unhealthy for them. Okay, and maybe this is what you're seeing about them. Maybe you're noticing that they have this unhealthy pattern. And maybe this is why you've cut them off, or you've cut yourself off, or you're realizing that you need to find balance. Okay, maybe you're not at that realization yet. Maybe you are now after hearing it, I hope. But it may be that it's going to take a little bit more time for that to really marinate with you. But let's see. Your person, are they in love, limerence, or lust? February, that makes sense. Some of these are really random, so we'll see what happens. This is why I like them, because they're so random. Okay, traditional, ghost, fifth house, interior designer, and obsessed. Okay. Yeah, so this person may be obsessed, okay? Obsessed with you. And that is detaching, so that could be limerence there as well. But then the ghosting, yeah, this just feels very, very unhealthy, group one. Group two. I did this in the other reading, so again, you may be drawn to that reading. But yeah, and because fifth house is the house of fun, okay? It could be the house of those kind of fling relationships, or it could be like, you know, the beginning stages where everything's really fun, or again very limerent, okay? And there's a lot of passion in that, okay? Now I almost sense with traditional that this person, I mean, maybe they are a traditionalist in a lot of ways, and maybe they want to take things slowly, but you know, they have this trauma, or they have these issues that keep them boxed into this obsessive and detaching feeling, or yeah, I was gonna say theory, but that doesn't really make sense. But February, so I don't know if something's going to change in February. I don't know when you're watching this. This is a timeless reading, so it may be that something comes around the next February, or something happened in February, just gone, or that one of you had a birthday then, or there's something about the springtime. Okay, so maybe like they're going to come back towards you during the springtime. Or maybe they're trying to get over something from the springtime. Yeah. So that could be what that is. But traditional, yeah. And I feel like the traditional could be as well that they, like this is their pattern. Like their pattern of behavior. Like they come in all strong, and maybe they come in very obsessively. Maybe they love bomb, okay? They come in and then they just ghost. Like they disappear. And this leaves you feeling like, what the hell just happened? Okay, but I do feel like, yeah, there is a karmic element to this connection that you share. Okay, there's a triggering here. Like you trigger them, they trigger you. You both needed to meet each other so you could change, actually, from within, whether you both consciously realize that or not. Interior designer, I don't know, that's, yeah, another strange one to just come through there. So I don't know if that's where their focus is, or, I mean, that's where an interest is. It might be that they're redecorating their home or their aesthetics, or changing things around. Or again, it might be that they do that in their work. And I just thought maybe this is about, yeah, them redesigning their own interior within, their soul's interior. I've never seen that in this card before. But that makes more sense, I feel, with everything else. That they're having to go within and change some things here. Now, I don't know, well, actually I do. I feel like they're not actually doing that work right now, but this is what is needed. But they can't do anything when they're in this Ten of Swords energy and the world reversed. You know, they're going round and round in circles. They're not doing anything differently. So they keep doing the same thing. They're going to keep getting the same result. So I feel like this is what they need, that interior redesigning, okay, or restructuring and healing, okay? This is what this person needs. But Yeah, so I would say definitely on their side there is passion, so there's lust, and I'd say there's a little bit of limerence, but maybe they're like the avoidant or the narcissistic style, where they come in, they need your attention, they need your validation when they need it, but they're not really there for you when you need them. They're not there to reciprocate or to really give you anything. To try and make you happy, to bring you joy. It's all about them, okay? I'm going to come in when I need something from you. I need you to, boost my self-esteem. I need you to boost my ego. I need to know that you're still there. But I will discard you when I'm done. When I feel like you've given me what I need, but I'll be back when I need more. And that's the feeling that I'm getting from this person. And that they may be, in that very casual sense, just using you a bit. So, again, I have to be very blunt here. It is what it is. But I don't feel like your person consciously feels that way. I don't think they always realize what they're doing, because they're not always in reality either. And this is why I feel like there's some limerence there too, as well as lust. Because, again, when they come in all strong and they love bomb you, it's not because, they're not even terming it like that. I'm just going to give them everything. I'm going to be amazing to them, and then I'm going to ditch them. It usually will just be instinctive that they'll come in and be over the top and intense and give you everything and false promises. But then they realize that, oh, actually, I'm not sure if I really want any of that anymore. Or I'm actually starting to feel something here. I need to move away. I need to pull back. So that could be, where they're at in that respect. So now let's look at, I just realized this video was going on for a long time. I really didn't think it would be this long. Anyway, it's obviously meant to be. Let's look at you. Is this lust, love, or limerence? Writer. That came out in the last one as well. What is going on? Autumn. That's interesting that we have autumn and February there. I thought it said spring. Second house. Is it love, lust, or limerence for you? Group 2. Soulmate. Money is coming. No. Well, that answers it. Beautiful. New beginning. So one sec, it's closing my door. Okay. I could hear people out in the hallway. Okay. So, group 2. I feel like this is very much about their looks, or maybe about their money. It feels like it's more about their status, or like I said, their finances, or the way that they dress, the superficial things, the way that they come across here, that's drawing you in. Yeah. Like maybe you think that they're beautiful. Maybe you think that they're your soulmate. Maybe you met in the autumn, or that one of you has a birthday in the autumn, or you have some strong resonance together with that season. But the second house represents our possessions, our physical possessions, our money, our resources, objects and things that we desire. But it could also be about our self-esteem. So I feel like your self-esteem is wrapped up in this connection, as that came through before, about, maybe the way that they treat you is how you feel about yourself. But it may also be in your mind and in your heart space. You feel like, if I could just be with this person, then, I feel like I've attained something, or I've got someone of real value here. But I'm really not seeing depth here with this group 2 on your side anyway. And like I said, it's not to say that you're not deep, or that you don't have deep feelings, because of course, who am I to say that you don't have the deep feelings, because you very may well do, okay? But just from what's coming through here with money and the second house of money and possessions, and, well, the no as well, which is weird to come out, because I asked, is it love, lust, or limerence? So this might be saying no to all of them, because that's definitely a possibility as well. I said it may be more about your own ego, and again, just needing to feel like I've got to them, like I've attained them, or I've got them on my arm, or something like a trophy almost, it could be. You know, maybe they make you feel beautiful, okay? Or maybe there's something about being beautiful is important to you. Again, whether you feel that you're beautiful with them or that they need to be beautiful or that they are. You know, and beautiful is more about, I guess, if we're talking physicality, about someone's face, really, I suppose. I don't know, something about their face that you find really beautiful or amazing. What was I going to say then as well? Oh, I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, but then soulmate as well. So, I mean, that's the deepest one here, soulmate. So the fact we have soulmate and then new beginning, it makes me feel like maybe you feel like this is your soulmate and that, you know, this is the new beginning that you really needed. Or that you feel, yeah, I don't know, maybe your soul feels like it's being called to this person. So, yeah, there feels like there is some depth here. But no, not to say that I'm not going to, you know, label this person as your soulmate, or as a twin flame or anything. I'm not doing that kind of reading today. We're looking at, you know, where the connection is, what state are you in. So like I said, I'm not really seeing the lust. I'm seeing maybe adoration, maybe like admiring the way that they look. Like, oh, they look really beautiful, and maybe that gets into a bit of a limerence state. There's definitely some there for sure. So maybe you get into a bit of a fantasy, but you're fantasizing about the version that you see rather than the person that you actually know. So, you know, maybe this is quite a superficial connection in terms of you haven't really gotten that deep yet with one another, and it's been moving quite, maybe it's moving very slowly or something. And again, some of you, this could be about money and security for you. So maybe you see them as, you know, potentially a very good partner. But yeah, I'm not seeing the overall like this physical, I need to be with them, I need to have sex with them. And again, you might feel like that, but that doesn't feel like the overwhelming feeling. They seem to be more inclined that way. But I feel like more so for you that you see them, that they could be a potential for great love. They could be a potential to be a soulmate, and to have this new beginning with. But yeah, it feels like, but with no, almost like that you're shutting down. Again, that makes sense with the cards that came through, that maybe again you're not going to accept less than what you know you deserve, which again is a very grounded mentality. So yeah, I have the sense that you've gone into states of limerence, but you pull yourself out of it and you try to see things how they are. And again, you might be thinking about more of the physical things, but there's not a lot coming through about how you really feel. Like this person isn't triggering like the positive things within you, or making you feel good about yourself. I feel like, yeah, it's like if they come in and say you're beautiful, you feel it. And if they don't, then you don't feel it. And it makes you question yourself. But yeah. And what's the other thing? Second house. Oh, and then writer. Yeah. So I don't know whether this is you writing down your feelings for them, or whether this is about waiting for communication. Like, yeah, maybe you wrote to them and then they ghosted you. And maybe you feel like you're in the autumn phase. Maybe you're focusing more on your external beauty as well, in order to be able to move forwards. Okay. But obviously, you know, do whatever's going to make you feel good, of course, group 2. And if it makes you feel good, then go for it. But as long as you're not trying to fill a void by doing it as well. So yeah, to conclude here, is this love, lust, or limerence? I feel like overall that this is mostly lust and a bit of limerence here. But again, I feel like you are detaching somewhat from this. But as I said, this could turn into love, but it could also remain or can move into a separation as well. I'm not looking at that and where this is going or anything. I just wanted to get really into the state of where this is. You know, is this based in reality? Is this fantasy? Or is there real love here? So I really do hope that this was able to help clear things up a little bit for you. Please let me know down in the comments below if it does resonate, and please give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you like, and subscribe to my channel please if you haven't already. And if you would like a personal reading with me, the description in the description box is the link to my website. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 3 and the Angelite crystal, let's take a look at whether your relationship or your connection is love, lust, or limerence. And before I get started, it could be a combination of all three things, or a couple of those qualities, but it could also, sometimes the relationship will move from one to the next. It could start off as lust, it could move into limerence, and then it could move into love, okay? But we're just going to look at what the current state of this is, okay, as a whole, and then I'll look at each of you individually as well. So, forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Okay, so that one really is not giving much away there about what kind of state this is in terms of love, lust, or limerence. But I like that because we're going to see what else comes through. So let's look at the rest of the messages. So we have called, soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation and integration time. The dragonfly, be light-hearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, heal. Soulmates, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Oh, that's so nice to see. I had a feeling that this is what this would be. Okay, but this is definitely giving me more loving energy, I would say. Now, again, it doesn't mean that, you know, this is a definite, and of course, only you truly know how you feel. Okay, this is a general reading, but obviously, you know, we'll see what resonates with you, but I can't tell you where your heart is or how you truly feel. But hopefully, you know, if you were in a state of limerence, you know, where there's an infatuation and you're not sure if you're just being kind of delusional or whether you're grounded in reality, this is what this is for. You know, if you're concerned or if you don't know where this situation is, hopefully it'll help to bring or shed some more light onto this for you. But I just think that that's lovely, the fact that we have soul connection coming through. But it does feel like someone's walked away, okay? So I don't know whether you've walked away from them or they've walked away from you, but it really does feel like there's been some awakening here. So maybe there's an apology coming with that forgiveness card. So maybe you've been thinking about how this person treated you and maybe you're waiting for an apology, or maybe they are waiting for that from you. But yeah, something has definitely changed. Okay, and I feel like there's a triggering here with this connection, that it's forced you to have to change within and to step up. Okay, it's like you've been called to do something here, and I really feel like that's you, group 3, like you've truly been called. Okay, because I'm going to speak to you. Okay, because you're the one taking the time to watch this, not this other person. So I really want to put most of the focus on you, but of course we will look at them as well. Excuse me. And especially if you were in a limerence state, talking about them the entire time is not always helpful anyway. It can just create more of that obsession. So let's see, because you may have already gone through those stages as well. Okay, but at this current stage, it feels like, yeah, I think something's shifting here. It's definitely shifting. So I feel like maybe it's shifting between one of those feelings. So let's get some more clarity here with the tarot. Is it love, lust, or limerence? So I'm going to I'll look at them over here and then you over here. So is it for your person? Oh, too many. For your person, is it love, is it lust, or is it limerence that they feel for you? Okay, so we have the 2 of Swords. The King of Coins. The 2 of Cups reversed. Okay, and then you. Is it love? Is it lust? Or limerence? 7 of Cups. Knight of Cups. Queen of Coins. Wow, okay. Yeah, so really I feel like this is more on the love side of things here, group 3, definitely. I'm not really seeing the lust and I'm not really seeing the limerence, which is really nice. And again, not to say that it's not gone through those stages, but let's start with your person. So the fact that we've got two twos here, I really feel like they're longing for you. There is a separation, I feel, right now with this Two of Cups energy. So again, I don't know if you've walked away from them, or they've walked away from you. It feels more like you've walked away. That's my feeling. Now, it may be triggered by something they did, or most likely, but I don't know. It could, like I said, it could be the other way around, so take that if it resonates. But I feel like, you know, their sense is that they are longing for you. So even if they did walk away from you, it feels like there's still a longing there. And because we've got cups here, we've got a lot of cups. Cups are emotion. And this is real love, okay? Real love. This was either the potential of real love, or this was actually real love that you had or have for one another, okay? Definitely. I really feel that so intensely for you, which is, like I said, lovely to hear and see, but, you know, of course it causes a lot of pain. But I don't feel I don't feel like there's delusion here. I feel like this is all more honest, okay, in terms of those feelings. Like I said, I don't think it's in the place where it's just lust. It's certainly moved on from there. And I don't feel like it's really in limerence either. I don't feel like either of you are detached, or obsessed, or infatuated, or needy. I don't know. We'll get some more information in a minute though. But it feels more like this was like a genuine love and care that you have, or again, the potential. If this didn't really get off the ground, if this was maybe this was like a situationship, or it was, you know, in the early dating phases, then, you know, if it didn't get the chance to get to the point of real love, I feel like that's where it was, or those are the types of feelings that were being stirred here. These were healthy feelings of love. Whereas, of course, if you're with this person for a long time, or not even a long time, but you know that you fell in love with each other, then I want you to know that that was real, okay? Real feelings of love. This isn't fantasy. This is real, okay? Definitely. So yeah, regardless of what point that you're at in this connection, I don't feel like there's, the delusion here. But yeah, with this person, I don't know if they've made this decision. I do see them, I almost see, well, both of you. Look, we've got Queen of Coins and the King of Coins here. Both of you are very secure. So you might have a secure attachment style. Maybe you're both very stubborn as well. So it could be, I'm seeing a little bit of mirroring here, and maybe there's just a lack of communication. Maybe you're not talking, maybe they're not talking, and both of you are kind of like stubborn about it. Or maybe you're both very focused on your money as well. That could be something that you're putting more of your focus into at this time. But yeah, it feels healthy. It feels the healthiest that I've seen so far. In terms of, you know, real love and expression, or maybe not expression, but feeling. Like I said, it doesn't feel like this is totally been up in the air, or not based in reality. It does feel like things have been very real. So it may be that your person came to some kind of conclusion here though about this. So maybe they had, this spontaneous awakening, or this activation, okay? Maybe by meeting you, it activated something within them, and they needed to close this down for the time being. But this is also, because I feel like there was some confliction here, like maybe they were confused about this. But I almost get the sense with them, like they want to be sure about what they're doing. They want to be sure about this connection with you. And if they're not sure, then they disengage. Okay, and maybe you're very much the same way as well. If you don't feel like you are getting what you need from this, then you disengage. But also over here, because with the Seven of Cups, I feel like, well, two things. One thing, this could be that you are keeping your options open. Okay, that you're keeping your romantic options open. Maybe that you're also dating somebody else, okay, or you're thinking about dating someone else. Or this could be about, you know, your person that we're talking about here, especially if they are a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Because, I almost see, there's two separate entities. Maybe this is the person, you know, you really do care about, or you could see yourself caring about them. But then there's also all of these other options here, and maybe you've been called to walk away towards these other options. But the only other thing that comes through, there may have been, or may still is some limerence here. Big theme today. But again, we can just go through these phases, because the Seven of Cups can sometimes be seen as, you know, like a wish fulfillment, similar to the Star card in that way, but almost like how there's 7 cups, like this person ticks off every box. You know, they're good looking, they're smart, intelligent, they're financially stable, they're ambitious, you know, they're funny, they're caring, and they're kind, whatever. So it could be that you're seeing this person with all the cups full, and maybe that, you know, they are everything that you could have wanted. Okay, so this can then lead into limerence, or into a state of detachment or fantasy, or putting them up on a pedestal, and thinking that they are, you know, perfect in some way. So, you know, you'll know if you resonate with that. If you're like, no way in hell is that me, this is more about me, I'm keeping my options open, honey. So that may be more your energy, okay? I just wanted to give you both sides of it, because all the cards have multiple meanings to them. So, you know, sometimes I want to make sure that I'm giving more than one option, especially if there's going to be lots of people potentially watching this reading, okay? So again, you'll know which way round you resonate. Maybe it's both as well. Maybe you're like, I do see this person as having everything that I would want, but I'm okay. I've got, you know, high self-esteem. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm worth more than what this may have been giving me, okay? But the love is there, or has been there, okay? I really, really do feel like, I'm so glad that this has come through nice and clearly, or I hope it's coming out clearly for you. And the word soul has come out a couple of times here as well. So yeah, it really feels like you have this soul connection, you do. And just because you may be, again, whether you believe it or not, you may be soulmates, or you may have this soul connection, doesn't mean that you're meant to be together forever, okay? That's just my personal view on it. But it may be that, you know, they're here to teach you something. Maybe teach you something about real love. But yeah, be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So yeah, it may be that, yeah, something about their character or about the way that they behaved has caused for you to explore your other options, or to walk away, to expand and level up within your own energy, okay? So I actually feel like this person, in a lot of ways, is helping you to be a better person, or be the best version of yourself. And that's usually a good indication of real love too. You know, when it's a soulmate connection, you will both you know, rise up. You will become better versions of yourself in all ways, okay? And not to say you're not going to go through hard times, and you're not going to be triggered by your soulmate or soul person, but ultimately they're going to make you feel good, and they're going to make you want to improve, but not for the sake of people pleasing, or not for the sake of trying to win them over, but just for the sake of, I just feel so good around them. I want to be my best version around them. But for myself, they make me believe more in myself. They make me feel like I am a good person. You know, those are the types of feelings you'll get with, you know, a real love. And this is what I feel like this is for you, group 3. So lastly, we're just going to look at, so I've got some of my little random cards here. So let's see if your person is this love, lust, or limerence. But I think we already know this. Let's just get a bit more clarity. We have let it go. Let's try again. Well, that's confusing. Karmic. Success. Retrograde. Okay, now let's go to you. Is this love, lust, or limerence for you? Group number 3. Builder, architect, truthful intentions, family, use your intuition, politician. I just want to get one more for each of you, one more for your person, lonely, one more for you, nature. Okay. Yeah, so again, I'm seeing a lot of healthy stuff here, especially on your side. But let's just start with them, okay? Because we've got karmic, let it go, let's try again, retrograde, lonely, and success. Yeah, so I do feel like your person is lonely, and maybe they enter into relationships when they're feeling lonely, and this isn't always, it doesn't always make them come across in the best light, okay? Because if we come from a place of loneliness, we can end up with the wrong people. You know, we should only get into relationships because we see the person as a good fit, as a good match for us, not because we just want to be with someone to kill that lonely feeling. So, but again, I'm not seeing them be an unhealthy person here. So it may just be more so that they are feeling just a little bit lonely and lost without you. You know, that's how it feels, but it's more coming from their heart here. I really do feel like I'm not intentionally here to look at the future of your relationship, like what's actually going on in that respect. I was more trying to look at it from the view of, you know, is this a fantasy? You know, is it real? That kind of thing. But I can't ignore what's coming through on their side is that they want another start here. Okay, so we've got let's try again and retrograde. Okay, and retrograde is about going back over something, redoing something, like restarting. I sense that this person wants another chance to give it a go with you. Okay, they want success in that, and maybe they want to feel successful with you. But I also get the feeling like that this person is again very healthy, that they're able to let something go. If, like, what's that saying? If it's real love, set them free, and they'll what is it, that they'll come back if it's true? Well, I don't know, I probably just made that one up completely. What's the actual saying? If you love someone, set them free. If they come back to you, they're meant for you or something, and if they don't come back, they were never yours, something like that. You know what I mean? But that's how it feels. Like maybe they let you go. They allowed the space, you know, to just be there and not trying to fill the void with something or someone else. Like they're just allowing the space to be there, and they're just allowing you to walk away. Okay, if this was you that walked away, and that's again the feeling most strongly that I've got here is that you've now walked away from them. And they've let you go, but they do want to start again. Now, if they walked away from you, then it could be, you know, they let it go, they let you go, but now they want to come back, okay? But that's definitely the feeling I'm getting. But yeah, just be careful though, because if there were specific, you know, or personal reasons why you chose to walk away, or maybe that this person does get then into a lonely state and just wants things back because they don't like the feeling of being split from you. Okay, so I think let's just be wary about that, I guess. And karmic, like I said, definitely there's been triggering here, massive triggering. Like you've triggered massive things for them. They're going through a huge change right now, group 3. They're seeing things very differently, and I feel like they're actually healing things through speaking with you or through being connected with you. You may not realize that, like what kind of an impact you've had on them, but you really have. And it feels like a positive one overall, even though there may be some pain there. They're working through their loneliness. They're working through those issues. They would like another chance, but I feel like this person is going to be in a very healthy place of just being, you know what, it's okay though. If you don't want to come back, or I'll be fine. But I know that there's a greater reason for this. Your person might be quite spiritual or may believe in karma and may feel like, you know, there's a reason why you came into my life, group 3. As long as I learn something from it, you know, I'm going to be okay. And that's what I'm getting from them. So again, nothing is coming through about lust or limerence. It's definitely coming through more as love here, I feel. Again, maybe a little bit of limerence at times, especially if they are feeling very lonely and then they start fantasizing about being with you. Could get into that state a little bit, but yeah, mostly it just feels like real love to me and a longing, okay? And then over here on your side, I just find it interesting that we've got 3 like professional jobs here: politician, builder, and architect. And obviously these 2 are very similar, builder and architect. So I don't know if this is to do with your home, whether you're building a new home or redecorating, or, you know, whether these are any of your jobs if you work in politics, building, or architecture. But I know those are very specific. So this may be more about wanting to build on the relationship, looking at the details of things. With being an architect would be looking at the blueprints, looking at the, you know, the all of those minute details that make a huge difference, you know. And if something is like 0.5 centimeter off or whatever, or a millimeter off, then it could throw off the whole building. So I almost feel like you are actually going within and maybe unpicking things here, either about the relationship, about this person, or about yourself. Okay, definitely giving me like this Virgo energy, maybe a bit of Scorpio, like this delving deep. For instance, you know, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, same as Gemini is ruled by Mercury. But the main difference between the two is that Virgo zooms in, looks at the details. You know, they make great editors, for instance. Even though I'm Virgo rising and sun, but editing is my least favorite thing to do. Doesn't mean I'm not good at it. I can see the details, but I don't always find it the most pleasurable. Whereas Gemini zooms out, looks at the bigger perspective. Larger perspective? No, that doesn't make sense either. Greater, wider perspective. Maybe would make a good director, for instance, looking at, you know, all the people and seeing which position they might be best in, but standing back and looking at the whole thing. So that, I don't know, I just felt like explaining that. Don't know. And it may be that you were willing to build upon this. But here with politician as well, this might be, I don't know whether politics have had an influence on your relationship, again, depending on your countries, local or restrictions. That may have an impact on your relationship, so that might be why politics is coming through, or politician. But it may be as well that you can act a bit like a politician at times, and no disrespect whatsoever. But maybe that you like to debate things. Maybe you've been debating with this person, or maybe you've been debating with yourself about where this connection is or where it's going. Or maybe that, you know, you're trying to be balanced and looking at all sides of it. It's looking at your side, looking at their side, because a good politician will do that. Of course, has to put their stance on what the side that they're on, of course, and they have to go with that. But, you know, the best politicians will be able to discern both sides of it and vocalize that very well, you know, so they're not offending the people so much on the other side that they're actually winning everybody over. You know, that's the mark of a true politician in my eyes. But then actually don't take my opinion on politics whatsoever, because I'm sadly no expert. Anyway, moving on, swiftly on from that. Again, it's just really sweet here because we've got family, truthful intentions. I don't know, I just feel like I just want to be your friend, group 3. You just seem like a really genuine, sweet person. Like you only have good intentions. Like I said, these truthful intentions. And maybe that's all you wanted from this connection, or all you do want is just the truth. You want to just be open and honest because you're secure. You don't want to play games. You don't want to just bring them in for attention or validation. You just want the honest truth. Okay, and you want to give the truth. That's the thing. You have truthful intentions for this person. Maybe they don't realize that, but you do. Okay, and I feel like this is just hopefully reassuring you of that also that your feelings are valid and your feelings are honest. So yeah, if you've been questioning yourself, is this real? Yes, I feel like it is, you know, because your intentions are truthful and your heart speaks the truth, I feel. Yeah, and I feel like this is about you really wanting a family. Maybe you're really close to your family, you know, and that's something that's coming through. You could be getting advice from them or something. But to me, it really feels more like that maybe you wanted a family with this person, or you saw this person as potential family, or maybe you'd still see them as family, or that you wanted to start a family with this person. It's just a really loving, sweet energy. It really is. Okay, and then we have, yeah, nature and use your intuition. So maybe that, yeah, you walked away because you had signs of something, or maybe you were seeing things that you didn't feel were right for you, or maybe that weren't compatible with you. It may not be that there's something specific about this other person. Maybe something turned you off, or maybe you needed to soul search yourself. Okay, maybe this person came in and triggered something with you that you felt like you needed to distance yourself, to understand yourself more, so you could adapt and heal. It's definitely great healing that's coming through on both sides here, from the two of you understanding and knowing each other. And it definitely feels like forgiveness has a big part to play in this, that you both need to forgive each other, or you need to forgive yourselves for, you know, what's transpired here between the two of you. And then nature. Yeah, I just feel like you're a very earthy person. Again, you might have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. But yeah, so either that you love nature or animals, you know, just being connected to, you know, things that are very natural. So yeah, I'm also getting like this, like this is what feels natural to you. Like you're going with what feels natural to you. And if this situation feels unnatural or forced in any way, this may also be what triggers you to move on. I'm feeling like if this isn't just sort of flowing the way that, you know, it should, or that feels right, then I have to move away. Okay, and this again may be where your intuition comes into play, and you allow yourself to follow your intuition and your gut instinct. So again, I feel like you're in a healthy place, and that you can see clearly that you, like I said, even if you do get into states of limerence, that you're able to bring yourself out of it, and you're able to walk away when something isn't serving you, no matter how painful it is. You still do what feels right, okay? Which is, again, a really healthy place to be in. So whether or not you want to come back together with this person or you want to move on entirely, you're in such a good place in order to do that. I really do feel like. But I also feel like through meeting this person, you're both going to be in a better position, again, to be together or apart. It's like you needed to come together so you could both improve, adapt, change, and heal within yourselves. So to conclude here, I feel this is love, okay? I don't feel this lust or limerence. I feel like this is true love, you know, or real emotional love, okay? That you feel now, or that you did feel, again, if you walked away. And the same with this person, it feels reciprocal in that way. So I really do hope this has helped to bring you some clarity on this topic. Please let me know down in the comments below if it resonates with you, and please give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you like. And if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so. You know, all of your support really does help my channel to grow, and so I can keep doing these videos. And yeah, please let me know down in the comments as well if you have any suggestions for videos, because I don't like to do the same thing over and over. I really do like to keep things moving and changing and growing. So yeah, if anyone has any unique video ideas, question ideas, then let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like a personal reading with me or an extended version of this reading, you can book a reading with me in, if you check the description box below, the link to my website is there. Okay. I really do hope you have a lovely rest of your day, Group 3. Take care.